like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. So it's here, the big one, UFC 285, has taken place in the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, Paradise, Las Vegas, Nevada, I should say, on March the 4th. The main event of the evening, Jon Bones Jones makes his heavyweight debut versus, Cyril Gane. Both fighting for the vacant heavyweight championship, the vacant UFC heavyweight championship, I should say. That was relinquished by Francis Ngannou, who couldn't come to terms with UFC and a new contract, so he bounced. So obviously we have Jon Jones. He's currently, they rank him number 10 in the men's pound for pound. Now he's back reinstated fighting. His record is 28-1. Remember the one on one, I should say. 28-0 1-on-1. The 2 1s are by disqualification and no contest. And remember at disqualification that he was literally obliterating the fighter. It shouldn't have been a disqualification, should have been a no contest, or they should have stopped him and said, you can't do this type of elbow, do this type of elbow, and continue the fight. So ridiculous. But anyway, his last couple of fights was Dominic Reyes. He beat Dominic Reyes in a unanimous decision. A lot of people said it was a close fight, but it is what it is. Then he beat Thiago Santos in a split decision at UFC 239. Then before that he beat Anthony Smith at UFC 235. And before that he finished Alexander Gustafsson at 232. Jones has said publicly, and I think everyone knows, he wasn't really up for these fights. These fights didn't make him scared. They didn't have him sort of nervous. They didn't really get him up in the morning for these fights. So he looks like he may have just coasted for these fights, even whether he trained or not, I'm not sure. But it seems like this new heavyweight fight has got him motivated. Just remember, a motivated Jones is the guy who's beating people like Lyoto Machida, Rampage Jackson, Rashad Evans, Chael Sonnen, Gustafsson previously, Shogun, who are and there were finishes, Vitor Belfort, and finished fights as well. So just remember, this is the Jones who's now coming for this fight this week. So he'll be facing Cyril Gane. Cyril Gane is number 1 within the heavyweight rankings. He was a former interim champion. His record is 11-1. 1 loss to decision to Francis Ngannou. In his last fights, he's beaten Tato Avasa in France, the first time UFC had been in France by TKO. And before that, he lost to Francis Ngannou due decision at UFC 270. And before that, he beat Derek Lewis via punches. This is going to be, don't get me wrong, the way I see this fight, it's going to be a wrestling heavy fight from Jon Jones. I think if they have a kickboxing match, if it's straight kickboxing, I don't see Jon Jones winning that personally. I don't think it's going to be good for him because Cyril Gane is a kickboxer and that's his realm. Distant management, his management is both got distance management. I'd say moving around the ring light on their feet is probably going to be Cyril Gane. The problem is previously Cyril Gane was out wrestled by Francis Ngannou. That plays into Jon Jones's realm. Now, Jon Jones obviously been training with Henry Cejudo, who's a wrestler. Come on now, we know what's happening. We know what's going to happen here. It's going to be Jon Jones striking for a bit to close the distance. As soon as he gets any type of, as soon as Cyril Gane, the problem is he's going to need to throw a kick at some point. Any kicks thrown or anything like that that can transition into a takedown, that's what's going to happen here. I think everyone's method and way the fight is going to go is if Francis Ngannou can take down Cyril Gane, so can Jon Jones. So my prediction for this fight is I like both of these fighters. I think they're both awesome, but I'm going to go with Jon Jones. Jon Jones is going to be, I think it's going to be a submission. I think it's going to be submission or TKO, ground and pound. That is what I'll put my money on, one of those two. I don't see it going to decision because one thing I say about Jon Jones, if he gets you down, that's usually it. You're not getting back up, and that's usually the end of the fight. So that is how I see it happening. I see Jon Jones being the new champion. But all respect to Cyril Gane, I really like Cyril Gane. I think he's a great fighter, but I'm going with Jon Jones in this one. So if you could like and subscribe to my channel, that'd be so kind of you. Thank you very much.